When I made this rust bucket, Season 2 hadn't come out yet, and we didn't know what Boba Fett's helmet would look like after going through a Sarlacc. Now we do, and I'm going to make it match. Even just that much sanding was a lot of work. Time for a shortcut. For screen accuracy, but it does help to have sources to wrap my head around just how much damage is on this thing. Hang on, these are too small. Start with my usual tricks, latex and salt. Big flakes of salt. A giant wad of the latex secured in the jar, so use it for a brush. Get to the pitting you can see from, I assume, Sarlacc stomach acid. I'm trying the hairspray and salt sprinkles. Meow. So the salt was for the pits. There's also bumps in the paint that makes it contrast with the smooth metal in the bare parts. In hindsight, this might have ended up being too many layers of paint for all that stuff to chip out properly from underneath. They call this one oregano, and it's definitely the wrong green. It's barely even green. This deep forest for the back section I ended up liking. When I was adding this moss green, I left some spots of the other one in case I liked it. It would look like faded paint in some areas. But I didn't like it, so I got some internet detectives to help me track down Italian Olive by Karl. Now we're looking like Boba Fett. Here's the stock rangefinder, and this is my 3D printed replacement for it. You may remember it from this helmet. It looks pretty good, but as you can see, there's some damage to it. And yes, I realize the irony of worrying about damage on a helmet that is so damaged. So I decided to use some square aluminum tube and adapt the rangefinder to that. I've also switched to using brass pins instead of 3D printed ones. My friend Area 55 Labs recommended that. The channel in the ear cap will need to be widened. It's soft plastic, so it's easy to file out. File out the outside of it, not the inside. I'll use some foil tape on that transition block. It's supposed to be the same color as the shaft. And as usual, I'll just throw a little glue on the inside before I screw this back together. Once I've areas masked, I'm going to do preemptive paint to try to get cleaner lines, which again I know is ridiculous on this particular helmet, but it's a good practice to get in the habit of doing. Liquid mask for different layers on the back. This is the same deep forest paint as before. Copy, paste, repeat, working down the list. Got recorded, but it wasn't satisfying anyway. Turns out it was too many layers of paint, and when I finally got it all off, it had taken the silver off, so I'm down to the black. It all needs to be touched up. Some weathering. Now would be a good time if you wanted to like, subscribe, check out my Instagram, you know, all that engagement stuff. Definitely leave a comment though. I love getting comments. And that's not even sarcasm, I really do. I know my voice sounds sarcastic all the time, but it isn't. I do. I love it. The end. shiny new ear greebles. Those are from Area 55 Labs. You can get them on Etsy. They make it look good and they make it stronger. Right now, I think you can get them as files or you can get them as prints, depending on if you have, your own 3D printer. There it is. I hope you liked it. I hope it does justice to the character. And I like it. I really like the new rangefinder stock. I think that is a very nice, clean look. I could even start production on them if y'all are interested. Hit me up. Let me know. Anyway, if you're still watching this, then you and I like the same kind of videos, and you're my kind of people.